Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my June favorites. I can't believe it's the end of the month again, but I have some amazing favorites this month to share with you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, the first one is actually a brush. This is an old brush. It's nothing brand new to the market, but I like finding old products that I already have in my collection and kind of re-falling in love with them. And the brush is this Real Techniques contour brush, and I've been using this as my kind of foundation slash concealer brush. So I'll apply a BB cream or a foundation using this brush and kind of push a little bit harder so that you get the biggest part of the brush, because this, I don't know if you guys can be able to see, but it's pretty tapered. So it's small at the tip, but it's a little bit bigger here towards the middle. So if you push down a little bit, you're getting the biggest part of the brush, and that'll blend out your foundation or your base a lot faster than if you were to use the very tip of the brush. But then after I apply my concealer to my under eyes, wherever else I want to apply it, you can really get in there. So I just pat it in just like that, and you can really get into your inner corner, and I just find it blends out concealer beautifully and so quickly. So if you've been in the market for a concealer brush, I highly recommend this, because not only can it be used for concealer, but you can also blend out your foundation, and then you can use it as a contour. If you have a cream contour, you could use this same brush. So very functional, very useful. Love this brush. All right, next up is the lip product that I've literally been wearing every single day, and it is this L'Oreal Paris Rouge Signature. This formula is so incredible, you guys. If you have not tried this, I highly recommend it. It's like a liquid lipstick. It applies sort of like a liquid lipstick, but it's so much thinner. It's so much more watery in texture. So it's not gonna layer on this thick matte layer and really dry out your lips and bring out any lines you have in your lips. This is such a thin formula, but it has the benefit of longevity, just like a liquid lipstick does. I wouldn't say it lasts as long as a super matte, super thick lipstick, but it's much easier to reapply this. With a super matte lipstick, if it starts to fade and you go and reapply it, you're just gonna add to the cracky, cakey look on your lips. This one is so thin that if you put a whole nother layer on, it's still gonna look completely fine. I also love that you don't need a lip liner. This brush is so tiny that you can use the tip of this as the lip liner. This is the lip color I'm wearing right now, and I just used the tip of the brush to kind of create a line around my lips, and then I filled it in. This is one of the best lipstick formulas on the market. I highly recommend it if you want like an everyday color that's gonna last you, but it's not gonna dry you out. This formula is incredible, and if I didn't mention it, I have the shade I Create, and it's just the perfect everyday nude. All right, next up are a couple of skincare products. The first one is an overnight product that I have been using about every other night, and it's by Good Molecules. It's called the Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. This is what the bottle looks like. It's a glass bottle. It feels really luxurious, and it has a little dropper applicator. It's formulated with 10% AHA and BHA to resurface new skin. So this is essentially an exfoliant, but it's an acid instead of a physical exfoliant. So you know how you can buy those exfoliators that have those little beads in them and resurface your skin? I personally am not a huge fan of those. I think a lot of the ones out on the market can actually damage your skin, and I much prefer an acid exfoliant. This does the same thing, just with an acid. It resurfaces the next layer of your skin without having to rub those kind of harsh beads into your skin. When I wake up after using this, my skin feels like a baby's butt. I'm not even kidding. It feels so refreshed, so renewed, and I can see a huge difference after just a week of using this. It's so affordable. If you guys haven't checked out Good Molecules, I highly recommend them. Their price points are very similar to The Ordinary. There's nothing over $15, and their products are really, really good. The only thing that I'll say about that exfoliant and just acid exfoliants in general, or retinols, is that the day after you use one of those overnight, you have kind of stripped your skin of that first layer, so you want to make sure you're using a pretty strong SPF the next day if you're going to be outside a lot, because you're dealing with very fresh skin that's going to burn easily and damage easily. So that's the only caveat I would put with using this, is definitely pair it with a strong SPF the next day. All right, next up is the moisturizer I've been using every single day. This is a little bit on the pricier side, but I want you to look at the amount of product that you're getting for the price that you're paying, and it is the Roche Posay Daily Moisturizer. This has UVA and UVB protection. It's an SPF of 15, and it's a daily moisturizer. So this retails for $33, which, like I said, is pricey, but you're getting 3.4 ounces. So if you look at whatever moisturizer that you typically buy, Most of them come with like an ounce and a half. So you need to look at the price per ounce. So for example, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer that I'm obsessed with, I use it every single night, is $16, but it comes with half the amount of product of this one. So ounce for ounce, it's about the same price, if not exactly the same price. I love using this as my daily moisturizer because sometimes high SPFs can break me out. And unless I'm gonna actually be outside, I don't feel the need to wear an SPF of 50 all over my face. But even just being inside around windows, I wanna make sure that I have some sort of protection on my skin, and this SPF 15 feels like the right amount for an indoor day. Makeup applies absolutely beautifully over this, and it's super moisturizing to the skin. If you have drier skin, I think you're really gonna like this, but I have oily skin, and even though it is very moisturizing, I find that it does sink into my skin if I let it set. This is not something that I could apply and then go straight in with a foundation. I apply this and I wait quite a while before I apply my foundation or my base product because I want to really let this sink in because it is really moisturizing. This is fragrance free, and you guys know I have really sensitive acne prone skin, and this has played so nicely with my skin. So if you are in the search for a low SPF, amazing quality moisturizer and you have really sensitive skin, I'd say definitely give this one a shot. All right, next up is an eyeshadow palette. This is the palette I have been wearing in my last couple of videos. A lot of you guys were asking what eyeshadow palette I was wearing, and I've been playing around with this one, and it has become quickly one of my favorites. It is the Essence Ula Rio palette. This is such a great everyday palette. The shades in here are super, super wearable, and then you have a couple little pops of color if you wanted to spice things up a little bit, but I've been kind of living over here in this region, skipping these darker shades. But in the last video that I just filmed, I was wearing this shade all over the lid and through my crease, and that was it. These are beautiful shades to just pop on the lid and be out the door. You have a couple of matte shades here too. You have like a white matte shade, as well as more of this like yellowy matte color, and then this brown right here is also matte. So you really have everything you need to create an eyeshadow look. Your light mattes, your dark shimmers, and your light shimmers. At first glance, this palette wasn't super interesting to me, but I have been reaching for it way more than I anticipated, and I highly recommend it. It also comes with a mirror if that's a selling point for you. Okay, next up is an eyeliner that I have been reaching for quite a lot. What actually prompted me using this again was that video, the Q&A video I filmed a couple of weeks ago, and someone asked about a good user-friendly cat eye eyeliner for beginners, and this one popped in my mind, and I kind of remembered that I had it, and I pulled it out to start using it again, and I have been absolutely loving it and reminding myself why I loved it so much. It is the L'Oreal Flash Cat Eye. It actually comes with a little stencil that's attached to this to trace a cat eye, but I think I actually threw that out or lost it. I don't know what happened to it. This has a super, super fine tip. It is such a good eyeliner to create the perfect cat eye, or even just to create the perfect thin black line across your lid. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't fade, and it's such a black. This is just all in all a great product. All right, last but not least, I don't have it in front of me because my daughter comes into this room and just goes to town, and sometimes I'll find a product that I wanted to talk about that I had sitting out like downstairs in the trash can or somewhere very random. So I'm hoping that I can find wherever she hid this because it's one of my absolute favorite products. If you guys saw my L'Oreal Age Perfect video, then you already know this, but the Age Perfect mascara, I'll insert a picture here because I don't have it in front of me. You guys, that is one of the best mascaras that I've tried in a really long time. It just makes your lashes look incredible. It separates them, but also lengthens them. Like I mentioned in that video, if I hadn't already filmed my top mascaras from the drugstore video, I would include that in there. That's how much I love it. So if like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara is too clumpy and gooey for you, if that makes sense, I think you'll really enjoy this one. It has a little bit thinner of a consistency. It's not quite as voluminous. It doesn't clump quite as easily, but you still get a lot of volume and length from it. I would say it's somewhere between L'Oreal Unlimited and L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's like a happy medium between those two. But that is gonna be it for my June favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Don't forget to subscribe down below and click that notification bell so that every time I post a video, you get a notification and know right away when the video is posted. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one.